Yo, this is Alex Mal for Destiny, and we are back in the gym giving you another full body workout. I know it's been a long time, but we are finally back, and I got all kinds of surprises for you. And you're gonna see that in this training footage where I'm doing a lot of unusual stuff for that matter. So as you can see right now, I'm starting off with the flat barbell bench press, an exercise which I haven't done in a while. And the reason why I'm doing this, well, all will be explained in a couple weeks. Let's just put it like that. But let's just say that I'm pushing up my numbers in these exercises. I'm really doing whatever it takes, as Rich Piana would say. I'm doing the overload training, I'm doing the volume work, I'm doing everything in my power to raise these lifts. So as you can see, I begin with the 5x5, 350 pounds slingshot. Now this barely removes anything. You can try it out yourself. You can buy it yourself. Not affiliated with Mark Bell, by the way. But this will essentially give you a little bit more overload, like 5–10% more overload. And it's better for your joints at the bottom. It kind of deloads you a little bit, and it can allow you to get some good rep work. What I've heard is that if you can do like 3 reps, then that equates to about 1.5 reps. So whatever reps you do with the slingshot, you have that, and that equates to your straight weight. That is just an estimation. It could be a little bit less. I don't really know. But all I could say is that these 5 sets of 5 reps were absolutely phenomenal. You're seeing the workload right now. And by the way, this should also prove that I am in fact strong at regular lifts. I know a lot of guys, they know me as the rack pull guy, but no, I actually have good leverages for bench, and I used to specialize in it a long time ago. So this is the final set. Instead of doing a 5 rep max, I decided to do an AMRAP. And as you can see, I actually get 8 repetitions, which is actually, I was extremely happy with this weight. So next week when I go hit my other bench press variation, I'm likely to hit the goal that I was shooting for. So I got 8 repetitions, 315 on a slingshot bench. How's that for cheap reps, motherfucker? So besides that, here's the second exercise of the workout, being a super high incline press. You can see yourself, the bench is very, very high. It kind of feels like an overhead press, I'm not gonna lie. And you'll notice that the pins are like a little bit above the chin. This is a very difficult position to press from. Actually, what you're seeing now is more difficult than a full range of motion incline press. It's basically you're putting the shittiest leverage as possible. It's dead stop. And most importantly, I am doing 8 sets of 8. Think about that, man. 8 sets of 8 with 205. The goal, well, guess what? I'm doing it because I got shitty ass shoulders, even though I've been overhead pressing for a long time, and my incline sucks. So you know what?
Come on.
Hate it, man. I had to shut up, right? But yeah, you know what, man? If I could raise this incline weakness, then I suspect that it will have carryover to my raw bench. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I believe that this variation, I know the West Side Barbell Club does this a lot, right? I strongly believe that this is going to carry over to my bench because it's my greatest weakness. Incline pressing is my #1 drawback because of my hypermobile elbows, and I just suck ass at incline pressing. Like, I'm terrible. So 8 sets of 8 on incline, dead stomp, bad mechanical advantage. I think that's going to give good carryover. So it's all about, you know, when you're trying to design special programs, you got to know what your weaknesses are, and then you got to find specific movements or specific enough. Now anyway, look, it is 8 sets of 8, so I'm not going to show you every fucking set. That would take too long. So let me just speed up these last 3 sets, alright? So set number 7, right? Let me give you set 8. And actually, set number 8, I couldn't get 8 reps. I only got 6 reps. And let me tell you, this was fucking hard. This was more difficult than 3 plates. This is harder than the 3 plate raw bench for reps. Like, because it's 8 sets of 8, man. It's a lot of volume for an intensity day. This is a fucking intensity day. You should see what my volume days look like. It's really mind-boggling. I'll probably record that for you guys soon, alright? Now, of course, to build the bench, you need to have relevant accessory lifts. So I'll be doing extensions. I do an extension and hammer curl superset. The reason why I throw in hammer curls is because I did some heavy overload training before, and it keeps your elbows safe. And it's also good to contrast it with your extensions. Like, if you superset extensions with hammer curls, you get pretty good development. And from this angle right here, check it out. You could see I've been gaining a lot of mass, man. This program that I've been running, which is still naturally enhanced, don't worry about it. I stay true to my word. Naturally enhanced is the way to fucking go. No, but what I've been doing in terms of programming as well as my diet is like on point, man. I'm having over 500 grams of pasta a day. In addition to all my other meals, bulk is going fantastic. All the body measurements are going up. Recovery is out of this world. It's a great thing. So that's it for the upper body portion of the workout. I decided to throw on my hoodie and do some Zercher box squats, right? You can see there are 4 little trays at the bottom, right? So that's the optimal height for my particular build. For you, it would probably be a little bit deeper. And I'm doing these box squats because I feel it's going to improve my performance for deadlifts. And as you know, I'm trying to achieve a 700-pound raw deadlift in 2017. Right now, I believe I could do around 615, 625. So I still got around like 80 pounds to go, but I think it's doable. I don't know if I'll get it in 2017, but I do know that I will hit a 700-pound raw deadlift. So I'm doing Zercher box squats because the Zercher position is great for the upper back. It's mechanically disadvantageous, so it's harder than the back squat, harder than the front squat for me as well. And the box completely deloads you, right? So it forces you to explode off a dead stop, much like a deadlift. So here's 365. Unfortunately, I unloaded improperly, like it's not done correctly. But the rep was still easy. It was actually a very easy rep. Keep in mind, I haven't squatted in over 2 years. So this is my first time doing this lift in 2 fucking years. I think that is very exceptional. Probably could have done 385. So I assumed that my 1 rep max back squat is around 455, which I know that there's a lot of other powerlifting guys on YouTube doing better than me. All right, especially when you compare it to my deadlift. But you know what? I don't even fucking squat, and I can still do crazy amounts of numbers. So besides that, I decided to do some good mornings, right? And basically the way that my program works is on my intensity days, I've been doing max effort box squat variations, right? And then my supplemental work, I'm doing good morning variations. So last week I did good mornings with the pin height a little bit higher, right? Now I'm doing a little bit lower. Third week is going to be 1 height lower and probably a wide stance as well, right? So I'm kind of rotating the good morning heights. I'm changing the foot angles, all that stuff. And I believe that this is going to have carryover to my deadlift, right? Is for volume work, I'm doing speed box squats and speed deadlifts. Last training cycle, I did 325 at 60% with light bands, 10 sets of 2. And that was exceptional. So anyway, this is the last set, 315 for a triple. Again, this is like if you measure the torso angle, it's like a below the knee rack pull. I'm trying to make it as specific as possible, right? If I go too high, you can lift a lot more weight, but that's not what I'm trying to do. You got to let your ego out the door, man. So besides that, man, Yates rows, I feel, are very beneficial in getting a stronger deadlift. Like I know that when I had my strongest deadlift, I was doing a lot of Yates rows. And it kind of makes sense when you think about it. It puts your body in a position that would be beneficial for pulls, for heavy pulls. It's like a 45-degree back angle. It's pretty badass. And you'll notice that in this training session, there's less cheating, if you will. This is a bit more strict than usual. Typically, when I Yate row, I will be more upright. So I am a little bit bent forward and there's less body English. So it's still a cheat row. I'm still cheating, as you can see, but it's not to the extent that I normally do, right? And I'm doing ramping sets, as you can appreciate. So 315, this is one of the ramping sets, right? It's going pretty well. You can see the form is not that bad. Again, cheat reps will carry over to your strict, and I believe they keep you injury free by thickening the tendons and the ligaments. And of course, you use your whole body as one unit, which again is very specific for deadlifts. I mean, there's a reason why some of the top pullers are doing cheating rows. And here's the final set, 425 pounds for a 10 rep maximum. I was pretty happy with this. One of the reps was sloppy, but whatever. I mean, it's less cheating than usual. If I use my typical cheating style, I've actually done 545 for 1 rep max, and I've done 500 for a triple. But that was like excessive cheating, so this is a little bit better. But besides that, man, here's some power shrugs. Unfortunately, my last clip was scrapped. I don't know what happened to my camera. It delayed the recording for some odd reason. Probably because my SD card is nearing its limit. But you can see I'm warming up. Like, I go 1 plate, 2 plate, 3 plate, all the way to the last segment, right? So 405 pounds, doing the cheating style, doing the power shrug, because that's how I got yoked, and that's how thousands of guys online are getting yoked. I mean, the shit works, point proven, right? Like, I mean, I have the anecdote, it's all there. And then my camera, I don't know what the fuck happened, but it was a 675 for 5 set behind the back. Now, here are some Zercher holds. The reason why I'm doing Zercher holds is because it's excellent for building up a back, excellent for teaching thoracic extension, and of course it develops the core to a magnificent extent. Now, I tried doing Zercher deadlifts off the floor because I kept watching Eric Bugenhagen and his lifts. Very impressive stuff, by the way, you should check him out. And I only got 300 pounds, right? And I was like, fuck, how can Eric do like 525? That shit is crazy. But the reason why I was limited by 300 is because the fucking bar kept rolling out of my hands. Like, it didn't feel comfortable, and I felt like I was limited from that deep position. So I thought to myself, okay, let me do Zerker holds instead. It's like, this is like a rack pull above the knee of the core, you know what I'm saying? So I believe that this is, again, going to have carryover to the deadlift. It's going to keep me injury-free by thickening my core, you know? And it's just a really good exercise to do. And you'll also notice that there's no support on the hands, right? So this is actually going to build the tendons in the forearm area, you know? And that's a problem I was having a while back, you know, when I was doing the weighted dips. And this is actually how I healed it. I used the Zerker variations in addition to wrist extension and finger opening lifts. And yeah, this is the reverse hypers. You know how I do it, man. Hit 5 sets of 10 with 2 average bands, which is a lot of tension. Now I'm doing the good girl, bad girl machine. This machine is fucking amazing. I know you see a lot of chicks doing it, but you know what? If you want a bigger squat, give it a shot, because this will teach you how to spread your knees out. When I squat, I don't have the problem of my knees caving in too much, because this mimics exactly what I'm doing. And I like to lean a little bit more forward, because that's the position I'll be in when I squat, okay? And yeah, now I do some ab work. I know I did the Zerker holds already, but you still gotta do lower back and abs, man. And I do one leg in front to hit the obliques a little bit harder, right? Because I know I have a little bit of an oblique imbalance, and this is a great exercise that you could do. And then just for the fuck of it, I mean, usually I never film my neck training for you guys, but I decided to show you 2 of the lifts. I also did neck side raises, but one of this movements was actually the neck curl with 90 pounds, which is 2 plates, right? I only started getting back into neck training about a month and a half ago. Before that, I got fucking lazy. I didn't train this shit for like 3-4 months. So I'm back at the grind, right? I'm doing 4 sets of 25 with 90 pounds. That's pretty close to my peak, you know. At my peak, I was doing 100 repetitions. But this is just what I do to get a bigger neck. This is the neck curl, right? So give it a shot. If you want a big neck, man, try to get 100 reps of this weight. I think you're gonna love it. And then, finally, the last exercise of this workout is the dynamic bridging series. This is basically what Mike Tyson did to get a bigger neck. You bridge to all sides. You bridge to the front, to the sides, you know? And you make your ass touch the fucking mat to get a really deep range of motion. Now, sometimes the mat's gonna slip a bit, and you're gonna feel like your head feeling a little bit weird, but still a great exercise doing. By the way, don't attempt this if you're a noob. You only have to do this if you've been training neck for a long time. So that's it for this full body workout. It was like a mixture of squat and deadlift training, bench training, yoke training, but this is what I'm doing, man. I got some special surprises for you. All will be explained very soon. And for the lower body, well, you know the deal, trying to get that 700-pound deadlift. So that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think down below, and I will talk to you all next time.